It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Adventure Cave Tours. Live a day in the life of a real adventurer with Adventure Cave Tours. And the Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
And here we are on Monday. Hope your weekend was fantastic and longer. Maybe it felt longer than it actually was. That normally doesn't happen, but I hope it did for you. We're going to start with news.
A big manhunt came to a peaceful ending after 2 days on the run. After breaking out of the Phelps County jail, Jonathan Odell was taken back into custody. Multiple agencies were involved, including the FBI. He and another inmate escaped that prison Friday night. The other inmate turned himself in shortly thereafter, but Odell was on the run, eluding capture until yesterday evening. A beloved Texas County sheriff passed away. Former Sheriff Carl Watson died this weekend. He was 80 years old. He had a long line of service in the Army before serving Missouri as sheriff there in Texas County. Visitation is tonight at 5 o'clock at Houston First Baptist, and then his funeral is on Tuesday. All right, it appears that Missouri needs to slow down on the roads, especially in the Springfield area. Get this, speed-related crashes and deaths is among the highest in the country in Missouri. Missouri came in at number 4 for fatal crashes, where speed was a contributing factor, really almost double the national average by the numbers. Specifically, Troop D is also very high, which of course covers Springfield and the surrounding area. Fatal crashes are way up there. Now, as you'd imagine, they say if you're speeding, of course, you have much less reaction time. If something does go wrong in front of you, makes it harder to maneuver around unexpected occurrences on the road. So slow down and wear your seatbelt. Apparently, 65% of those killed in Missouri were not wearing a seatbelt.
Well, today is the day federal student loan payments must resume. Tens of millions of Americans got quite a break on paying them because of COVID. Now more than 40 million people will owe even more because of inflation and rising interest rates. 1 in 8 Americans is impacted by this. And overall, borrowers in America owe $1.6 trillion in student loans. That is a lot of money.
I think the most disheartening part is when you come out of college, if you did have to take out a student loan, you recognize so quickly that your first career type of a job doesn't actually pay you as much as you thought it would. Or is that only true in television?
Well,
I think it's true no matter what your major is, to be honest.
Well, we know some college kids who got out and made a lot of money, but it's certainly true of TV people. That is for sure. When I just hear that, I think, man, $1.6 trillion went to colleges and universities. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the cost of getting an education come way down because I feel like it could. And people wouldn't have to go into debt for half their lives. And many of them don't even use the degree. So
I always think it's because colleges are so nice, because it's not like professors are making like crazy bank.
I don't know where the money goes.
Well, I'll tell you where it goes. For one, the
Buildings?
facilities are so nice at colleges anymore.
Well, but they're insanely nice, but they also have benefactors who, alumni who donate money their names are on buildings. So
Right.
I'm not sure where it all goes, but we're not going to solve that this morning.
Yeah.
Are we?
Maybe.
Springfield City Council said yes to 2 big projects, even though council members and some others would have liked to have seen more bids come in on one of them. Intersection improvements along Sunshine, Battlefield, and National are about $175,000 more than city engineers were thinking they would be and planning for. A little good news, the second project to improve the city sewer system came in lower than expected. So maybe a wash. I don't know. For now, the city's moving forward on both projects, saying to rebid them would add time and would not necessarily save them money in the long run.
All right. If you have insurance through Midwest Insurance, you're about to get a new provider. Mid-Missouri Insurance is taking over the Joplin-based company. The new owners say they're excited about Mid-Missouri Insurance expansion into the four-state area and for what it will mean for their customers. Mid-Missouri Insurance operates in Joplin, El Dorado Springs, Stockton, Bolivar, Springfield, and the Lebanon area. All right, on Friday, a groundbreaking for a brand new ER near Mercy's Orthopedic Hospital, which you know the one there on Highway 65 and Evans Road. Feels like you're in Ozark. Maybe it's still a Springfield address. I don't know. But Mercy says that access to an ER in that location will improve access for critical care, especially for people who live in Ozark, Nixa, and on the south side of Springfield. Work again starts on Friday, should be finished in 2025.
Okay. Soccer fans know about this, but the St. Louis City Soccer Club won the inaugural I-70 Soccer Series over Sporting Kansas City this year. In St. Louis City SC's very first year in the MLS, the team took 2 of 3 over their cross-state rivals. City won this weekend by a score of 4-1. All 4 of their goals this weekend came within a 12-minute span in the second half, so it was quite a spurt. With that win, St. Louis City SC set a record for the most wins by an expansion club ever in the MLS with 17. So it has been a very, very good year for St. Louis on the pitch, not on the baseball field. It's been a tough and rough start to the season for Missouri State football Bears. They lost over the weekend to number 10 ranked Southern Illinois, 33-20 in Carbondale to open Missouri Valley football conference play. Meanwhile, the Tigers up at the University of Missouri are off to their best start in years. They beat Vanderbilt 38-21 to open SEC play over the weekend, making that their 5th straight win. They're 5-0 on the season. Quarterback Brady Cook set the record for most pass attempts without an interception ever in the SEC and threw 395 yards and 4 touchdowns. So that's pretty impressive. They are off to a great start. And the Cardinals ended poorly, but, it was a rough year for the St. Louis Cardinals. But Sunday's game marked the going away of yet another Cardinals legend. Adam Wainwright suited up for his final game ever. It ended with him. It ended for him with a strikeout, not him striking anybody out, but him striking out at the plate, which is what he wanted to do. He wanted to get a chance. He's a pitcher who likes to bat. So he asked to get another chance at the plate. He struck out, so it didn't end well. But he finished his 18-year career, all of them with the Cardinals, with 200 wins as a pitcher, and is one of the most likable Cardinals of all time. Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina, they both retired last year. Chris Carpenter retired years ago. They all returned for his send-off, and it was quite a send-off before the Cardinals game yesterday.
That is neat. Good for him. All right. We know that baseball is Ethan's preferred sport, but perhaps you are a Kansas City Chiefs football preferred sport kind of guy or gal. Don't forget that aroundtheozarks.com, you can go to our website, go to contest, and you can enter for a chance to win 2 tickets to a Chiefs game at home at Arrowhead or a signed jersey, one of the 2. So we want you to go check it out. You can guess the score. All of the entry instructions are there, aroundtheozarks.com under contest. Essentially, you're guessing the score of the next ball game. So you add up the Chiefs score, what you think it's going to be, what you think the opponent's score is going to be, and you got to get closest to the score without going over. And if you do that, then we enter you into a drawing and you can win. So that's fun. We hope that you will do it. We've had a few winners for different home games already. So lots of fun for the Chiefs fans to see live in-person ball games.
And it's super easy. It's not like you have to be a Las Vegas
buff
sports book guy or gal. You can look at recent scores and be like, okay, the score is going to be, if you total up both teams, it's going to be around this number. So then just pick a number, go with it, and see how close you get.
Yeah. It's like the people who win the bracket in the office pool for the NCAA tournament who've actually never watched a basketball game in their whole life. Like that. That was me
It
once.
happens. It
I had no
happens.
idea. Like it wasn't a year that I followed it and then ended up doing very well in the office pool. So that was exciting for me and a bummer for everybody else who played. So all right. Happy Monday, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We will see you back here tomorrow morning.
Yep. See you later.